Did I buy more or did I buy less? Do I make the huge YouTube money? And how much did I spend in my first 6 months of luxury YouTube? Hi and very welcome. My name is Mary. This is my channel Lumi Level Up and I'm a luxury lover on an average income trying to be more mindful with my money. It's been nearly to the day 6 months of me on YouTube. And I wanted to take this as an occasion to reflect on my YouTube journey so far, the experiences I made with YouTube, and compare somewhat with the ideas I had in mind before I started my own channel and how it really went. And this is going to be brutally honest, including my total income of the first 6 months of being a YouTuber and especially how much I spent. I will share with you down to the penny how much I spent in my first 6 months of being on YouTube and some more tea. The topics I'm going to touch in this video are: first, why I started. Second, what I thought I would accomplish in the first 6 months. Third, what it takes to be a luxury YouTuber. And fourth, what I exactly spent and how that compares to my before YouTube time. So if you're curious, stay tuned. First, I want to start out with a huge thank you. At the day I'm filming this video, we are quite close to my first 500 subscribers. If we already hit them by the time I'm uploading that video, wow! I'm so thankful for each and everyone who takes the time to watch my videos and does share some of their own time with me. It's not just a matter of course. I love it so much when you do leave me your comments and we get into a conversation, and I highly appreciate each and every one of you sticking around. And that's already a huge pro of my experience on YouTube, maybe even the best experience. I got to know so many great people with the same passion, and that's just so much fun. Because I do live in Germany, of course I didn't meet anyone in person yet, but I do think I might have even found some friends all over the world that I could meet for a cup of coffee if I ever visited Australia or some parts in the United States or even in Asia. And that's just incredibly amazing. And don't get me wrong, my intro might have sounded as if I am a huge YouTuber yet. Of course I know my channel is still quite small, but for me it is huge. So, the reasons why I started this channel. There are mainly two. And unfortunately, one is sad and still very hard for me to talk about because it still hurts so bad and most probably will forever. At the end of 2020, I lost someone who was dearest to my heart. And even if we know in theory that life is short, this hits so different when you lost someone you thought you would have still decades to spend with. So when I got with my terrible grief to a point that I at least did function again, I needed something else to focus on and put my energy towards, to distract myself from always thinking about that loss. I've been watching YouTube for years and I wanted to do YouTube myself nearly as long as that. And I've always been too scared to start because I thought I might fail or someone I know might find out and laugh about it. Just stupid reasons. And then there was the point when I realized the hard way, life is too short to care about what others might think and to not at least try out what you think you might love. If I end up not liking it or nobody would watch, whatever, at least I gave it a try. And if someone I know might find out and think it's ridiculous, so what? It's my life. And if I enjoy it, and if it just makes me feel a little bit happier, it's worth it, and it's none of their business. So at the beginning of May this year, I just started, and I love it so far. And from this point on, there's not going to be anything else said in this video, I promise. The second reason why I started my YouTube channel was that I wanted to be more mindful with my money and with spending and shopping in general. When I started out, my main idea for this channel has been to document kind of my journey from a luxury lover to a more mindful and maybe even minimal mindset. Because with all these price increases at the luxury designer houses, it just felt like I didn't want to stay in that hamster wheel anymore, to work and work and work and then spend it all on a bag. Even though, as you might have realized by now, I love handbags. But now it's not enough anymore to work 1 month or to work 2 months. Now it would take me several months of working and saving to get a new Louis Vuitton bag, or for heaven's sake, a Chanel bag. I just wanted to step back a little bit and appreciate all the stuff more that I already do own. I thought talking about it and sharing my thoughts and sharing all the pieces I already have in my collection might help me with that. And even putting out some more relatable content. Because clearly I'm not the only one who loves luxury, but doesn't have the funds to spend thousands of thousands on a designer handbag each and every month. But how well does it work to be a luxury YouTuber if you're not constantly buying new stuff? Or did I fall into the trap of buying like crazy? To have stuff to unbox and more content to film and video ideas for my channel. You will find out later in that video. Point 2 of the topics I want to touch in that video. What did I think I would accomplish in the first 6 months? Looking back, I think I've been somewhat naive. I didn't expect preparing and filming and editing would be so much work. When I did my very first video and had no clue about nothing, I was cursing like crazy, and the first video wasn't too much fun at that point. Because if you have to edit a video and you know nothing about it, it's not fun. But that first video, even though it was done quite poorly, performed really well in terms of being a very first YouTube video. To this day, it's still my most viewed video. So, when it worked out that well, even though the video itself wasn't good and I had no idea what I was doing, I knew there was so much I could improve on to make better videos. And YouTube hooked me right away, and I thought, wow, well, maybe I can make it to 1000 subscribers in 6 months. Yeah, well, turned out that's not as easy as I thought. I just had some beginner's luck, even though I did improve with my videos over time, if I may say so. From there on, it still was, and still is, a lot of work. And I didn't even make it half up to my unrealistic goal I set up for my first 6 months. But this first half year was kind of a trial and error for myself as well, to see if I would like it and if I want to keep uploading. And as I still do, the answer is yes. I love it, even though it is a very demanding hobby. I just enjoy it a lot to share my love and passion for designer handbags and luxury with people who understand and enjoy the same. In terms of YouTube money, I'm going to share with you what I earned so far. Money should never be the reason to start a channel, because it's really not worth it. You won't stay on track to even reach the point where you earn your first penny. And the ones who blow up and can really make their living out of their channel, they are rare. The ones who do YouTube themselves, they know you need to hit the 1000 subscribers and a certain amount of watch time first to even be qualified to apply for YouTube monetization. So it takes most creators about 1 year and 100 to 150 videos to even get to that point. So don't even count the hours of effort to put in to even get there. So the total amount of my YouTube earnings after 6 months is 0. And even if you make it to that milestone of 1000 subscribers, then it's not hundreds or even thousands that you do earn when just starting out. It's maybe a tiny amount of pocket money you get. For reference, if I would be already monetized, which I'm not, with the 50 plus videos that I uploaded over 6 months of time with 2 videos a week, I could have earned around $65 worst case and $650 best case, in total, before taxes. That makes about $10 to $100 a month. So it's not about the money at all. I don't make huge YouTube money, and I don't think I ever will. Leading to point 3, what it takes to be a successful luxury YouTuber who could earn a lot of cash with YouTube. And don't take this point too serious. Of course, I did some research to find out how to build a channel, how to make videos that people could enjoy watching, and if you want to say so, a benchmark analysis, what it is the successful luxury YouTubers do, and what it might take to blow up a channel in quite a short amount of time. And I'm going to tell you these aspects that I think it takes to have a successful luxury YouTube channel. If you have all of them, that would be nearly unattainable perfection, and you sure would blow up sooner or later. But guess what? Hardly anyone has all of them. And it's enough to fulfill some, to be enjoyable for some people to watch. Please don't take it offensive if you're doing YouTube. I'm just building the perfect luxury YouTuber. First, you have to have the looks. Ideally like a 20-year-old model, but of course with the knowledge and wisdom of a 60-year-old person. Second, you need to have the technical knowledge about lighting and sound, setup, filming, editing, like a pro. All the stuff I'm not good at. Third, you have to have the funds to buy all the latest designer drops and build and share a huge collection, to do unboxings all the time and reviews and comparisons and what fits and is it worth it, should you buy it, all that stuff. But while spending thousands of thousands each month, on the other hand, you still have to be somewhat relatable for your audience. Fourth, you have to have a lot of time to come up with great video ideas and to produce them in outstanding quality for as many drops a week as possible. Oh, and I totally forgot. Of course, you have to live in an amazing home so that you have an amazing background, and you have to wear the latest fashion and trendy outfits all the time. Because who should watch if you aren't on track with the trends? Number 5. You have to have perfect rhetorical language skills to capture people with your storytelling and not annoy them with your wrong grammar and pronunciation and accent. Hi, it's German Mary here. And last but certainly not least, 6th, luckily the most important one of all, you have to have character and a likable, relatable, entertaining personality. If you have all the previous mentioned, but not this one, it's probably not going to work out too well with your channel. But if you are not perfect at all the just mentioned points, seriously, who is? But you have an authentic personality, willing to share, it still will work out and you will find people who enjoy watching your videos. And that already leads us to the last point I want to touch in this video. How did my plan of being more mindful with my money work out for me? What did I buy and spend in the last 6 months? And how does that compare to my before YouTube me? Well, I started this channel in May of 2021 and I bought a brand new Louis Vuitton bag back then. That was, I think, 1,650 euro, and I ended up returning it because of quality issues twice. And from there on it depends on how you want to take it. I did buy some bags in these 6 months, but either for great prices at the outlet like my Eigner Dora or my Yves Saint Laurent belt bag, or pre-loved and a lot of contemporary brands as well, of which I didn't film any videos yet. So there were no huge designer handbag splurges in these first 6 months of luxury YouTube. That's a good thing with my goal, I guess, because especially in 2019 and 2020 I went handbag shopping crazy. So in that case my plan of being more mindful with money did work out. But the not so mindful thing, or to be honest to myself, not mindful at all, in these 6 months I bought 7 Louis Vuitton SLGs so far. 3 toiletry pouches and 1 mini pochette directly from LV. And 4 more Louis Vuitton pieces that I hunted down pre-loved. Additional, I bought Stuart Weitzman over-the-knee boots from the outlet. 2 pairs of Louis Vuitton shoes, of which I immediately sold 1 pair again because they didn't fit me. And I bought several pairs of designer sunglasses. I didn't buy any designer clothing, except maybe very affordable at the flea market, and not too much clothing at all in these 6 months. Have I really been more mindful? Or did I just shift from buying a few brand new designer bags to many designer SLGs and some pre-loved stuff? I told you in my 5 mindful money habits video that not too many of you did watch by now, that I track each and every of my expenses, so I know down to the penny what I spent. So overall, even though I didn't buy a full price designer handbag at all in these first 6 months of luxury YouTube, I still bought a lot and did spend a lot. And the total amount of money I spent in these 6 months of luxury YouTube is €4,047.82 on shopping and additional 336.50 cents on flea markets, which comes to a total of €4,384.32. And that comes to around €730 each month. And that could have been a Chanel bag. Or maybe not even anymore with these crazy price increases. But I don't even want a Chanel bag for that price. So I'm happier with all the small purchases that accumulated to a huge amount. To my defense, I did sell some stuff in these 6 months as well, which came to a total of €1,177, which makes the shopping expenses when subtracting the sales €3,207.32 and around €535 a month, which still is a lot for someone who claims he wants to be mindful with his money. I know, in terms of luxury shopping, this is not enormous, and for sure many of my viewers do enjoy to spend way more. But for me, being on an average income, this is huge. And for comparison with my before luxury YouTube self, December 2020 to April 2021, so the 6 months before I started my YouTube channel, I spent nearly €3,200, so even €800 less than Mary from Louis Level Up, who's trying to be more mindful with her money. But in the same months of last year, so May to November 2020, I spent around €6,500 on shopping. So a good chunk more. Overall, looking back, I really don't feel very successful with my trying to be more mindful journey. Even though, of course, I know there are many luxury YouTubers who spend that amount on 1 bag each and every month. But that's not me. That's not my goal, and for sure that's not even possible with my income. So no need to compare that. I noticed that I browsed pre-loved consignment stores way more again since doing YouTube, because I always wanted to find designer bargains to buy and unbox and share with you. And of course, the more you browse, the more you find, the more you buy, the more you spend. And I have to try a little bit harder again to get back on a more mindful track there. So, a little outlook. Of course, I don't plan to completely stop buying luxury items in the next 6 months of YouTube, because I love them and I highly enjoy them and have done so before doing YouTube as well. So that's not the goal, and you don't have to be worried that there will be nothing I have to talk about and to show you in the upcoming months, because even if I didn't buy a single thing in the next 6 months, I still would have a lot in my collection that I did not even show you yet. But I'm still standing 100% behind the plan of trying to be more mindful with my money. But the focus there is on trying. I'm not there yet, and I'm not the perfect role model for mindfulness, and most probably never will be. But I'm doing my best to at least improve and kinda level up my mindful money habits for myself. And if you're on an average income but highly enjoy luxury items, or you even earn way more but you want to step back a little bit with your spendings, this might be the channel for you. And we could try together to be more mindful with money, yet still enjoying and appreciating luxury. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for supporting me this far on my very first 6 months on YouTube. Hopefully many more months to come. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time, and bye! Third? This way it looks better like a 3. And I highly appreciate appreciate each of why is this so hard to say? Benchmark analysis. Analysis. This word is so hard. Analysis. Subtracting 30 euro. Since most of the videos I filmed in my first 6 months of YouTube are about my favorite luxury designer brand Louis Vuitton, I will link that playlist for you, and there you can subscribe.